Hey everyone, my name is Eddy Wang and welcome to another Gin tutorial. We're going to talk about 14 frame electrics and ways to get them outside of having a perfect 14 frame execution, of course. I have recently found out 3 things in the game that can help you get your electrics much more consistent, and I would like to share them with you as of now. Yep, so let's start with a few briefing. This is a revisiting tutorial on 14 frame electrics. I did this one last year. Actually, I did one and back in the day we had like much more input lag on PlayStation, on console versions of the game. So if you play on a regular PS4, this is still going to be a little bit difficult because the regular PS4 still has a few bit of input lag compared to the rest of the consoles like PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and even the PC version, which is the superior version of Tekken. And that's pretty much why I don't think this video is going to be as consistent on punishing stuff with electrics as much as I would like to. So you're going to see me a lot of missed tries and stuff like that, mostly because I'm not feeling my electrics at all as well, not today. This stuff is like it's like a juice. Sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. It can be affected or related to the day and stuff like that. And so on. Okay, so let's start with the reason of why you want to learn like a 14 frame electrics. A lot of people say it's optional. Yes, I can understand this optional. Not many people like to live by just frames, isn't what make characters strongest. Indeed, I do agree. But if you are like me, you like to get everything your character has to offer at some point, and you want to get those juicy 40 frame electric punishes. That I get it sometimes for matches, and sometimes I'm going to be honest to you, I do not get them, and I get punished for it for trying. I get a lot of down forward too sometimes instead of getting this, and still I use them as much as I can when the matchup requires. There are 2 matchups in my opinion that heavily requires to use 14 frame electrics. The first one is Geese. Geese 4 is -14, and Jin cannot punish it in any other way outside of electric with her fist. There is Jack with his down forward too, and there is also Paul with Death Fist. Death Fist is kinda hard to punish with Captain Kicks, so electric with her fist can punish it regularly, even when it's too far from the sometimes. There is also Law in his Dragon Kick, which is a power crush. Is also hard to punish with Can, so you're going to use electrics for that. Even though those moves are -17, is much easier to punish, but it requires you to have a 14 frame electrics to ease your game out. Same as Warren back 3. Every character that has a launcher that is kinda hard to punish with Cans unless you're close. Like, I'm not saying Warren and Azuka, but the other previous one that I mentioned is like his Law, Jack, Paul, and Gaze are the main matchups where you're going to have to rely on electrics. 2 of them are very strict, like this matchup, Jack 7, because of his down forward too. They -14, and it's kinda hard to launch punish this stuff without actually practicing it. But it's possible, as you guys can see. I'm doing it right now. What the trick is, there is 3 tricks to get this done. The hints are actually in the game. The first one is the blocking animation. As you guys can see, there is a white spark around Jin arm every time he blocks one of the Jack's moves, and this animation, as it's vanishing away, is where exactly you want to plunge punish with your electric wind hook fist. The second one is the audio. The audio cue is every time you block something, you hear this noise. It's dope, as you guys can see. So when the audio completely vanishes, if you do this fast enough, you will get your electrics. You will get your electrics as well. And the third one, which is in my opinion the most reliable one, is recognizing the animation on when exactly is that you want to input your electrics. If you do this correctly, there is no move, because some moves are off. Actually, the visual guides of the audio and the white spark. So the recovery animation is the most reliable one, because not only you will know exactly for each move when to move to do your electric, but the other two ones loses itself. Like the first one loses itself in some stages. Infinite Azure is one of them. The training stage, it becomes kind of hard to see the white spark because it mixes it well with the stage. This is one of the reasons why I pick at this stage, just to show you guys where to get those little sparks. If you guys are seeing, I'm using command history, so when you see this video and you see the electric landing consistently, try to play it slow, like really slow, on the options of YouTube, so you can see exactly on which part of the white spark is that I input forward to start my electric movement, and punishing Jack for it. So you will know exactly in what white spark you want to test against most of the moves in the game. You can also test with forward 1+2 for every move that reaches, but there are matchups where this won't reach, like Geese is one of them, and you're going to have to rely on your electrics to do this stuff. And the third one, of course, the animation, which is much easier to get. If you do this like really good, you will get this like no problem. So the real secret here, outside of knowing exactly when to do it, is having a consistent 14 frame electrics. There isn't any other trick at all. It's just that you need to get your electric like really consistent when it matters. So as long as you do it on the first available frame of the recovery, and you do a 14 frame electric, it's going to launch. So you're just going to need a little confidence to do this, and yeah, just confidence to do the electric as much as you like. So I would like to suggest a few exercises. So I'm going to start with one that it can help you get this by doing this. Like try to pick an infinity stage and shove it up electric wind hook fist behind electric wind hook fist into dash electric wind hook fist when you feel like Jin is too far from his opponent. So if you get them down to 14 frame electrics, you will be able to get your opponent to get confidence enough, and when you get used to the muscle memory of the speed that you get for the electric, you can even compare it with this video, and then you will be able to launch -14 moves just as this. So this is the video for today. Hope you guys enjoy it, and see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get more Jin content in the future.